my stream's bugging. Alright, hello everyone. Welcome back along to another stream on the internet. Today is the Japanese Grand Prix. If you're watching this after the race, so when this isn't live, I'll try and put some timestamps in the comments so you'll know when the race starts or qualifying and stuff like that. So if you're watching this after, hello, how are you all? If you're watching this live, hello, how are you all? So yeah, alright, let me just get the thumbnail done. Oh, someone's here. That's probably me, to be honest. That's Russia. Russia's already done, mate. That was like a week ago. That was a fucking week ago, so don't really need it again. Japan. Oh, it's IFR Japan's now made it. Austria. F2 Japan. There it is. I found that. Let's save that. Gone for quite a colourful thumbnail this week. Same theme as last week, just made it a little bit more colourful, which I'm sure will be appreciated. Right, let's load up the stream. Thumbnail. Can the thumbnail load onto it, please? Oh, God's sake, why isn't the thumbnail loading on? Oh, it should be the... It should have loaded on it. Why won't it load on? Let me know if the thumbnail's there, because I'll check chat in a second. It should be. Theoretically, yeah it is. Okay. Right, that is Major W. Right, chat's all there, so you can all talk about whatever you fancy. Could be Brexit, could be Boris Johnson's incredible hairstyle, the fact that it's Jeremy Clarkson's birthday, F1, anything, I don't really care. Just put your phone on charge, get the links out. Anyone, because when there's a setting on carport, it's real. Oh shit, it isn't it? Why have they put car performance on realistic? Must be a mistake. Let's get the links out anyway. Send that out. Everyone. Paste. Send. Where else we going? Commentary crew. Let's get that in. Right, that should be everything we need. Right, let's paste the stream in the Facebook group as well. It's one thing I forgot to do last week, which I should have done. What's it have to be, mate? Equal. Has to be equal cars. What the fuck is that? Yeah, I don't like Facebook, just in case you didn't know. 28 members on the group, that is not bad. Create one commentary, paste, post. Right. That works. Need to update the Facebook group more anyway. Right, equal. KI's fixed it. Nice. Absolute scenes. Oh god, we lost 5-2 against Oldham Athletic. Oh dear. That's quite the upset. 4 people watching. Be sure to all say something in the chat. I don't fancy being lonely. It's not fun. I've smashed my fucking phone again. Joy of joys. I've got some Maltesers and a Coke and some milk though, so my throat won't go dry. There's a message in the Discord server. Come join stream and chat. It's lonely over here. It's very lonely. It's quite upsetting actually. Oh god, why are you here? Why are you here? Sod off. Nah, it's alright. I mean, if you're only here because it's Japan, then well, damn. All because we've got all you're here to remind me we've got school tomorrow. If you're here to remind me we've got school tomorrow, just give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna go shoot myself in the back of the esophagus. I'm here because I'm bored as fuck. Fair enough. You're here to watch the entertainment of me sweating my ball sacks off in my room and some racing. Just sweating my ball sacks part off is the main priority though. No, this is not a porn channel. When the bloody hell are they starting? What the bloody hell's the time? Okay, to be fair, 2 minutes. Hey, I watched one anime, doesn't mean I like Japan. It was American anime anyway. Fair enough. The closest thing to an anime I've watched is probably Bob the Builder, and that's a cartoon. Wait, was it Bob the Builder? I don't know, I watched a cartoon. And yes, we have to go fuck. I thought it'd be Tuesday because of Big Phil dying. Could be. You missed last race, by the way, at the Soviet Union. It's quite a good race, actually. Didn't get the same winner for once. I don't know, we did in the end, because of penalties. We had to do something about it. Because someone got the person who crossed in second, had an accident at the start. And, yeah, you just go watch the Russia race highlights, you'll see him there. Basically. I've smashed my phone as well in other news. In other news? Why the fuck is that not worked? Ah, you spoon. There it is, right. When are we starting? It's 14 minutes past, so hopefully in a minute or two. Unless if they're from the land of incompetence. Do not turn the rain on this race. Well, it's not on, it's dynamic. So, sort of like a FIFA pack in terms of the luck you'll get. Speaking of FIFA, I've got Colchester to the Championship and in the Europa League. Now it's just a sweat to get to the Prem. Because I mean, in real life we're at risk of getting relegated from League 2. So it's quite depressing being a Cole U fan at the moment. In fact, very depressing. I support Madrid. Die. To be fair, I don't actually support any like higher league teams. Like I don't support any Prem teams. I literally just support Colchester because they're the home team. It's the only football match I've been to, and we lost. Didn't even score a goal, so I have no idea what it's like to score a goal and be at the game. And that was like a week or two before we went into lockdown. So I was one of the last people who could go to that stadium. Because like a week or two later, everyone was just in lockdown. So I'm very special. Madrid aside, just because science supports you, you support Real Madrid. I mean, Ronaldo's left Madrid. Kroos left Madrid now. Bale's on loan at Tottenham, so he'll come back, but he's going to want to leave as well. So supporting Madrid's not a very good idea. Considering the fact that most of the iconic players there are pissed off. I mean, like Kroos has gone to Dortmund, Bale's on loan at Tottenham, Ronaldo went to Juventus but doesn't want to be at Juventus anymore. He needs to come back to Man U. Anyway, let me have a sip of the old Coke Cherry. Oh, it's bloody cold. God, honestly, I wish I could do this on Xbox because my PlayStation doesn't shut up. Shut up, man! You're so loud. You're louder than a bloody Captain Air show, man. Shut it. It's louder than me doing a bloody Boris Johnson re-election campaign. Oh yeah, we have media tomorrow, don't we? I forgot about that. That's not fun. Yes, lad. Old Ben's finally here. You're a few minutes late, but I'll let you off because we've just started qualifying here at the Japanese GP. I'm your commentator. Just look at my channel name, you know who I am. This is in the final few races of the season. We've got this race, and we've got America, then Mexico, then Brazil, and then we have finished off at Abu Dhabi. So the championship is still all to play for. Somehow Slayer is still at the lead of the championship, considering the fact that he hasn't won, I believe, since Spain. And Nazareth was on, and still is on I believe a 6 race win streak now, as he got promoted to first last week. Also, I might have a present for you. It's called Free Promotion. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Why? It's like, I don't know if any of you are watching this on computer, but if you look at the game, apparently I'm streaming Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Last time I checked, CSGO doesn't have a fucking Mercedes Formula 1 car in, but, you know, they could have updated it. I mean, the game came out in 2012. It's about as ancient as my nan, but there you go. But last time I checked, yeah, this ain't CSGO, mate. YouTube, sort your shit out. Anyway, should I go back to commentating on the qualifying at hand? As we see, both Mercedes are actually out on track. I wouldn't be surprised if Nazareth could get pole. I haven't done any practice races this week around this track, so I don't actually know who's quick round here or not. I just didn't race. I've been sitting on my fat ass for a week just doing absolutely nothing. Oh no, I did the highlights. So I suppose that counts as something. Not much, but something. They still haven't revealed F1 2021, considering the fact that it's been leaked and then Codemasters have denied its existence. Fair enough. I mean, it's a very ambitious marketing strategy, but you know, we move as we ride with Briggsy. Going on to his first flying lap to see where his average pace is. 2 Alfa Romeos going slow on the straight before 130R. Most of the drivers will start before that chicane, to be fair, anyway. As they're about to go on to their outlap. I've got a chat there, so if you want to waffle on about tea and crumpets, go for it. Never had crumpets. I'm not a massive fan of tea, even though I did try it like 6 years ago. I was 10 then, so we move. Anyway, let's see what Briggsy can do going around the hairpin, as there appears to have been a spin, and that is Tiger Val spinning coming out of the S's, and he's in the wall as well, so it's not a particularly... I will admit, it's may compromise his lap ever so slightly. I don't think he's lost a couple seconds there. Of course, he can't reset to track. Tiger Belt's just been disqualified as well, so not a great qualifying session for the Haas driver, who's been disqualified before even starting a lap. Ooh, tea over hot drink. Ooh, tea, ooh, hot drinks. Oh, come on, don't diss the hot chocolate. Hot chocolate is a godsend. Although I love a good Pepsi, it's Briggsy sets fastest lap on the medium tyres with 1:27.5. Nixon close behind with a 1:27.9. Followed by Lutheran, has gone into second with a 1:27.6. As we see Becco coming round the last corner, and he's going to put in a 1:27.6. We'll put him into third. Only 1 millisecond slower than Louis Ferrandez. Nazareth surprisingly putting a 1:35 in. Mark goes quickest for 1:27.2. Kramer's gone 1:28.3. Atmos 1:28.2. Maury's gone a 1:27.9. Only 1 millisecond quicker than Nixon. Who else? Cold Steel's just put in a 1:29.1. I wonder what happened with Nazareth. Oh my god, is that Mazepin? No, don't mention that scum in this stream. Luckily it wasn't. I hope in the 2021 game I'm gonna make sure that we have a rule where you're not allowed to use the what do you call it? The Haas. Mazepin's Haas. You're just not allowed. It's just not allowed at all. There's another yellow flag. There's been a little gangbang around this area. What happened here is Corey has left last week's, not race winner, but we crossed the line in first. He was winner for about a day or two, and then he got demoted to second due to a penalty that Nazareth had, which we took off. So yeah, that's about as interesting as that story gets. And Becca is interestingly already retired. I actually think he's crashed. Let's have a look. Yeah, he's crashed. He's absolutely scuffed at the last corner. And that's going to bring an end to his qualifying session already. See on the Ferraris come around. This is Atmos coming around the last corner. On the soft tyre, he's gone into the pits. Let's put the lap data on, shall we? Beautiful new blue passport, yes. A beautiful new blue passport, yes. Also, Mazepin has done more formation laps than actual laps. Yeah. No, Grosjean was in the fire. It was in fire in the Haas longer than Mazepin lasted in the race. So, damn. He hasn't got off to a good start. And the funniest bit is he somewhat tried to blame Mick. He went, I tried to avoid Mick. You were like 10 years behind him by the second corner. So I don't know what the hell he's on about. Rockstar's also retired, so people are really struggling out here today. Let's go to Stay Juventino, who's just gone past, I believe, on the stricken Renaults of Rockstar. We might be able to see now with Slayers on board. Yep, Rockstar's absolutely scuffed it as well. Quite near to where Tiger Val is, almost giving me Spain qualifying vibes from earlier on in this season, where a lot of people were spinning, but I don't think we've had this many retirements. I say replace with Kvyat. No, because Kvyat's too quick of a driver to be in that shitbox of a car. And also is the Alpine reserve driver. I'd much rather see him in there. So, yeah, I'd say just replace Mazepin with Ilott. He's in GT racing now, I believe. Last I heard. Another yellow flag. What's it for this time? Absolutely nothing. Atmos coming out onto his outlap. Sarge going into the pits. Corey's back. That's good to see. Last week's podium finisher, I should call it now. Last week's temporary race winner, that's what we'll call it. As another Haas has spun, that's Stay Juventino again. Either spinning or just taking a very ambitious line through the S's. Yes, he was letting people pass, but I'm not sure if he span as well. It's not France, there isn't 10 miles of runoff. It's actually very limited runoff on this track. You've got, there's a bit of runoff at the chicane. There's quite a bit of runoff at Spoon and 130R, but that's really it. First couple of corners is a bit as well, but apart from that, if you go wrong, especially on the S's, then you're off on the grass. So to get it right is generally is difficult. But our media teacher in the Haas team, the Haas is already heavy enough without her being in there. Oh, that's the best thing I've said. Right, imagine if our media teacher finds this stream now. In the instance of our media teacher finding the stream, please enjoy this replacement complimentary joke. As you didn't hear a thing before, why did the chicken cross the road? To go to the shops. Yeah, wouldn't fit either. Yeah, you probably get an ankle in, maybe a toe. Oh. I'm sure the media teacher enjoyed the replacement joke, so I shouldn't get into too much trouble. Let's see what Nazareth can do. Oh, he's invalidated his lap, so clearly not much. He's got 8 minutes to set a lap as Kramer goes fastest. The first one in the 126s, the 126.922. That's the current provisional pole time for the Red Bull driver. Briggsy appears to be going on to his flying lap. See what he can do. Currently in sector 2. As he comes round the hairpin and blasts his way down to Spoon. As Corey's just gone fastest, the first one to break into the 126s. That's the first blistering lap time of the day. He's the second one to break into the 126s. With a 126.6. Slayer's just gone third as well. Good to see him up there for 127.1. But Nazareth appears to be really struggling as Briggsy's just gone purple sector 2. About 4 tenths quicker as he comes into the last 3 corners. Fully chicane. There's a yellow flag in sector 1 and 2 for no apparent reason. As he comes round the last corner and reclaims third place with a 127.005. Show an Alfa Romeo on pole. I can't show him on pole, but I can show you an Alfa Romeo of Mark Ainley. On his way down the pit straight, let's see how he's doing through his sector 2. Currently 2 tenths quicker. So with this lap he could... I think he could claim third. But he can probably definitely get fourth. If he comes through the last corner now. And he does a 126.8. That's put him in second actually. It's a blistering lap time from the Alfa Romeo driver. As Nazareth has finally gone quickest. The 126.3. It was pretty inevitable. But a Mercedes back on provisional pole. Unsurprisingly. So if he came here to have some different qualifying grids, well, he'll be leaving disappointed currently. Mind you, there is an Alfa Romeo in third, which is rather rare. The Ferraris, well, if this was Belgium, it wouldn't be particularly uncommon to see him down there, as their car in 2020 was, or how do I put this? Shit. Briggsy's pitting then. Must have hit the gravel and still on his left tyre. Let's see what Sarge could do. Flying up the hill through sector 1. And round one of the most awkward corners of the track. You want to try and keep it as flat as possible, but the track really tightens up on you on the exit. And to dip your wheel in the gravel is so easy. And through some of the 2 best corners of the track, to get those 2 right is immensely satisfying, and he is interestingly backed off to let Maury pass. Currently sitting in 11th place. Got Atmos as well. Appears to be on a flying lap as well. See if you can get out of that 14th place. It's had a difficult qualifying so far. I hope for an overtaking 130R. Don't we all? And to get to see those moves is always one of the most satisfying things in general. In fact, to get, if anything, it's more satisfying to get a move done there than to actually watch one. But either way, both times it's still very satisfying. A bit of a yellow flag at the last sector. I think it's just people going slow by the looks of it, yeah. Just people on their in laps or getting ready to start their pole lap. As Atmos' lap invalidated. So he will not be improving unless if he pits and manages to get out in the next minute or so on another fresh pair of softs. But if he does, it'll be tight. Because he has to pit, change tyres, come back out, go around the track without putting much tyre wear on, and then start a flying lap. And not invalidate this and next lap on his out lap. So he's got a lot of work to do if he wants to. Nick San, who I believe is on debut, not in a bad position, currently sitting 10th. There will be one big spinala, yet there probably will be. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, if I was in the race, then there would definitely be a spinala, not just a probably, it will be a definite. But I think turn 1 and 2, I think it'll be tight. I think we'll see a spin at the chicane at the end. People going for late lunges. I got some really good moves on that chicane back when we were doing F2, if you were here for the F2 streams back in December and early January. Because we've already been around this track before in F2 cars, and that was interesting. That was actually a really good race. I mean, it wasn't amazing. I mean, one was wet, one was dry. The dry one was a lot better. Wet racing in this game is just shite. If you have all the assists off, it's shite. And that's quite a severe wobble from Nick San there as he clips the grass and goes into the pit lane. Brixie's fallen down to 6th. Oh dear, that's kind of an L, not gonna lie. That is an L. Mind you, he's just under a 10th quicker. I was doing my own streams then. Yeah, you were. I don't know, there's 6 people watching, so a few of them. I think Ben was here. Yeah, Ben was here for Japan. Or was he? I think he missed 1 or 2 of the Christmas ones. I don't know, I think he was here for Japan because he did the highlights, so. Yeah, I know he hasn't been here. I know he wasn't here for 1 or 2. I know, was it Freddie that wasn't here? I don't know, someone wasn't here. You're never here. Except today. It's quite close. Shame Tiger Val couldn't get involved with the battle for pole. I think he would have been up there in the top 5. But he disqualified himself due to sheer incompetence and crashing. So it's not something I would do. Oh, also too, have you heard the leaks for the next F1 game? Imola and Portimao will be in the game. There's going to be classic cars focused from 2011 to 20 something. So, and the 2012 Ferrari's already been leaked and confirmed. There's going to be 2 classic tracks, which are, well, I'm guessing they're going to be Turkey and Nürburgring. And there's an extra short circuit. There's 5 short tracks now instead of 4. The 5th one is probably Bahrain Outer. And also a co-op career, which will be cool. But I don't know if you've heard the leaks, but it sounds sick. Brixie's managed to chuck it in 2nd. That is a surprise. I did not expect to see him in 2nd, but there is. That's my Xbox controller. Oh no, I think he's orgasming over Nürburgring. I'm more climaxing over Turkey, to be honest. But don't get me wrong, I love Nürburgring, but Turkey is just, it's just something special. It is just something. There's something about it. And it's a shame that they built it. It's the same. It's unfortunate because they built tracks like Korea, India, and Turkey But they're all really good tracks. But well, Turkey couldn't have any. Just the fans started to not attend. Like if you look at the 2011 race, I had to cover up grandstands and stuff because fans just weren't attending. With Korea, it was just the deal never worked out, and the track was barely finished. And India, I think India, just the government just stopped. They were trying to get it back for 2015, and they just, well, it didn't. Has been seen since. It's unfortunate because India, Korea, and Turkey are all brilliant tracks. Turkey the best out of the three. Korea's alright. The third sector Korea is brilliant to drive, but I wouldn't say it's very iconic. I'll say that. Le Mans is better in my opinion. What, better than the Nordschleife? I don't know. I mean, in some ways it's more iconic because obviously with the, I think it's Le Mans 63. I think it was 1963. It was one of them. But I just, Nürburgring's, trust me, Nürburgring is so much harder to drive and is way more rewarding. But Le Mans is probably more iconic. But Monza's the best track. No, Imola's better than Monza. Monza's barely a track. It's just a bunch of straights broken up by chicanes. It's good for racing, but Imola's just better. It just is. It just is. Portimao, I can't wait for. If they've scanned the tracks, if co-masters have scanned the tracks well, especially Portimao and Imola and Turkey and Nürburgring and all the tracks, if they've done them all well, then I think it'd be a brilliant game. I'll have you know the British track is the best because it's British. Yeah. I mean, if it had the elevation change of Spa, it'd be my favourite track. I don't actually have a favourite track. I'm stuck between Spa and Britain. Actually, Russia is the pinnacle of racing facilities on the international stage. Anyway, there's your starting grid. So I've been waffling about the next F1 game, which isn't coming for a few months yet, until July 15th. But that was the leak today. But anyway, there's your starting grid. Nazareth's on pole, Corey's second. The Red Bulls locking out the podium positions, with Corey and Kramer second and third. Kramer having a brilliant qualifying. Briggsy starting 4th, Maury 5th, Slayer 6th, Marcanley 7th, DeCunha 8th, and there's someone behind us, a fair few drivers behind them, but I've no fucking clue because I can't see the timing screen anymore. Oh, we're back. Luther Anders 9th, Sarge 10th, Nixon on debut 11th, Becco 12th, Atmos 13th. Steliavento is 14th, followed by Cold Steel in 15th, close behind and the people with no time or with a disqualification are Broly Gaming, Rockstar, and with that disqualification, the Swede of Tiger Val. I can catch my breath for a few minutes. Also, I want F1 2021 to be cross-platform. But that extra short circuit has to be Bahrain Alta. I mean, I wouldn't, to be fair, I wouldn't be against if they did the Yas Marina corkscrew. If they did another layout for that. But everyone's going to want just Bahrain Alta more. So. It's good. I don't know, I mean, I don't think they'll add Mugello. I don't think it'll be in the game. It is easier, to be fair, it's easier for them to do Turkey and Nürburgring anyway, because they've been in F1 games in the past. Yes, on older engines, but I mean, they've had to make 3 new tracks anyway for this year alone, for Imola, Portimao, and Saudi Arabia. They've had to redo Australia as well. Hopefully, make some of the tracks more realistic. Hopefully, they've got to do the next gen ports. Because it's basically already confirmed it's coming out on next gen as well, and last gen. Anyways, we get underway for the formation lap. I suppose I'll keep waffling. for a little bit. 7 people watching. If you're new around here, be sure to subscribe. The general YouTube malarkey, I know it's annoying, but it generally does help. And if you could like the stream as well, it would also be appreciated, as it also helps out the channel and gives me more views, but no money, because I don't have the necessary requirements to get monetized. And if I was monetized, I don't know about what, 2p a fucking decade? I don't know. And I'd be demonetized anyway because of how much I swear on stream now, so yeah. Let me know your predictions in chat. Top 10, top 3, I don't mind. See what your predictions are. Mine predictions are gonna be, I'm gonna say a Slayer podium. I can see a Slayer podium happening. I can see it happening. Let me just reload the stream. I think my chat froze. Alfa Romeo top 2. I mean, that's ambitious. I mean, that's the idea with race predictions. Ambitious. I mean, okay, I can see an Alfa Romeo podium, but I don't know about a top 2. Nazareth, once he's gone, he's gone. He's fucking, he pisses off like the wind. I want to see, it'd be good to see what Tiger Val can do from 18th. He's also a very quick driver. There's your predictive race strategy. Looks to be a 2-stop or 1-stop. I wouldn't be surprised if more drivers would go for the 2-stop. Because, yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if we see more 2-stops in this race, as we see the front wheel, probably the most horrendous camera angle I've ever seen, as we see the grid form up to begin the Japanese GP. If you're new around here, be sure to subscribe. I'm your commentator. It's got an interesting battle today for the race. Hopefully the camera angles will fix itself. What the fuck is that camera angle? I don't even know. Sean is faster. What is that? Please fix. It's fixed itself. All 5 lights are on then. And it's lights out, and away we go with a good start from Nazareth, unsurprisingly, as Kramer's gone up into second. Briggsy also taking third from Corey with a horrendous start. Clearly he's dropping back down the field. Slayers looks to almost be getting past him. So yellow flag further back. One of the Alpha Tauris of Bro Louie Gaming has had a bit of an accident further back, but apart from that, relatively clean first couple corners. We go further up the hill there, we go further back, and Sarge Marcanley appears to be having a little scrap as Nixon has just got past Louis Ferrandez for 10th. Not a great start from Louis Ferrandez, but we go further up the field. Bit of gravel being kicked up. No accidents though, which is always good to see. Further back looks one of the Ferraris going side by side with someone. It looked to be one of the Hasses of Stay Juvento. Amos goes down the inside of Becco. It's a very ambitious and late dive bomb, and looks to be almost conceding both positions. Only ends up conceding one position to the Haas of Tiger Val, who's already remarkably made it up to 13th place round a track where it's not easy to overtake round. Let's go further up the grid. Down the straight we go. It looks to be one of the racing points in the background going neck to neck with Nixon. And this looks to be that move into 130R we were talking about. He goes down the inside. Nixon goes wide and concedes the position. But goes down the inside, and that's surprisingly not a spin as he piles into the back of Sarge. That's an ambitious move, and he pits for a new front wing. What a ludicrous dive bomb that was. As we look further ahead, Kramer putting the pressure on a ghosted version of Briggsy. It looks to be the timing screens marked up a bit as Maury goes wide at turn 2, letting his Alfa Romeo teammate pass. We'll just have to wait for the timing screen to fix himself, because Atmos is definitely not in 4th. But Briggsy's managed to get up to 2nd now, actually. Didn't quite see that, but There we go, relatively quite an action-packed lap 1, but also calm compared to what we've seen previously. That's Nick Sand obviously coming out at the back. Broly Gaming's managed to recover 2 positions, it's not too bad. As he's looks to go down the inside the hairpin of Rockstar. That's a brilliant move, managed to hold that round. Rockstar giving their respect to the AlphaTauri driver. Let's look at Kunha, who's getting quite close to his McLaren teammate Slayer. I just found FIFA 07 for the DS. Why have you got FIFA 7 on the DS? I know you had it on the Wii. And Sarge is getting rather close to Mark Ainley. Will he go for the move into chicane? Mark Ainley clips the grass a bit. Mark Ainley parks that car perfectly. As Nazareth sets the fastest lap of the race with a 1:30. As DRS is now enabled for the first time in the race. Speaking of the DRS, this won't be using the power of it as Mori is looking to go past Sarge into turn 1. Goes down the inside, Sarge hangs it round the outside, no contact. Got quite close though. As Briggsy and Kramer look to have been having a bit of a scrap up here as well. Pronto Spinala. As Briggsy teleports because he's clearly a fucking alien. Sarge, relatively calm, except Maury, who's still trying to get past Sarge and cuts the corner, and is giving himself the first 3-second time penalty of the race. See where Tiger Val is, currently sitting 12th. Goes down the inside of Becco on the medium tyres, so he's not going to have as good of a traction at the moment. But he's had a solid recovery so far. More than solid, a brilliant recovery. As through Spoon we go, that's a very wide line and off the track slightly. Further up ahead, only about half a second between Lou Fernandez and Maury. About the same with the distance between Maury and Sarge. No DRS zone on this straight now. After 2018. Someone appears to have a spasmistic gearbox. I don't know who it is. Someone. Further back we got Sarge going for the move on Mark Ainley. Does he go around the outside of turn 1? He's going to try it. Has to back out of it. Such a hard move to do around the outside. Defending it's a lot easier. But to overtake around the outside is very hard. That's going to give it a perfect chance for Maury in the other Alfa Romeo to get past as well. He's trying. He's keeping very close to the Renault driver, which will be an Alpine in the next game. He looks to be going for the move, slight contact with the grass, has to back out of it as Sarge leaves enough room, but by all means it wasn't much room, let's say. There's a big lock up for Maury as well. Look further back, Tiger Val still stuck behind Becco. Although DRS is enabled, it's still, the grid's still quite close. Although from the top 6 down it's quite close, and apart from 17th to 18th where the gap's about 10 years. As Maury goes very wide at Spoon, what happened there to the Alfa Romeo? And that's going to allow Lou Fernandez to go past. Benny, you edit in the highlights this week, or do you want me to do them again? I can do them, I guess, but I have to do them tomorrow. As I believe that's Tiger Val trying to go down the inside of Becco, but Becco closing the door on the Haas driver. Look further up ahead, only 2 tenths separating Briggsy and Kramer. Lou Fernandez has got ahead of Sarge, who's been spun round off the track and has hit the wall. Doesn't look to have any front wing damage, but he has been either spun, I believe he was tapped round. We couldn't quite see who by. As he's spun once again and hits the wall for the 2nd time. Don't know about this week, you might have to do them again. Because there's fucking... yeah, okay. That's fine. Just let me know. But no safety car deployed, but rather an unfortunate way to continue the race for Sarge. I need to sneeze. Right, where were we? Oh. Let's look further up ahead. Tiger Vale still starting behind Briggsy. 3 drivers now with penalties. Not sure what actually happened with Sarge, but I suppose we'll have to find out. If he retires, I'll ask him in the server. Both McLarens still close together. Slayer definitely seems to be the quicker driver though out of the two. Stayuvento, actually, no, not Stayuvento, the Alfa Romeos look to could possibly be having a little bit of a battle here. Will Slipstream be enough for Maury to go past his teammate? Clearly not. He was definitely saving his battery, as I didn't see him activate his overtake mode once. Do the highlights in class. Ah, effort. I have to download the stream and stuff, and I haven't got all the templates. Kick off on FIFA 7, Colchester in the championship. Oh, that's weird. Oh, FIFA 7's the greatest FIFA game of all time then, just because Colchester's in the championship. But Maury must be getting frustrated behind Marcani now. No team orders, or known ones. It's up to you if you're going to let your teammate pass. There is a Constructors' Championship, but Beko has got the perfect opportunity to come at Maury as he blasts Maury off the track. That's a very high speed impact. And he's out of the race and smashes into the Marshall post. That's a huge crash there. Incredibly high speed. But no safety car interestingly as Tiger Vale is going to go for the classic 130R move. Down the inside he goes. Beko fantastically holds it, which then turns to the outside chicane. Beko pushes him slightly, but there wasn't much wrong doing there. But no safety car deployed. Where is Madrid? It's in Spain. Oh, where is Madrid? Well, probably wherever they are now. Yeah, Ben, see where Real Madrid is in FIFA 7. Probably in the same place they are now. Kramer's still stuck behind Briggsy. Tiger Vale still stuck behind Beko. Stayuvento still stuck behind Atmos. As Bro Louis Gaming on a recovery drive, the same as Tiger Vale. He's starting to catch up to Tiger Vale and Beko on the soft tyre. Let's see the age now. Or about 7 laps, aren't they? I'm fucking genius. Hopefully better than Colchester. Yes, of course they'll be in a better league than Colchester. It's Real Madrid. Colchester's never even been in the Prem. You got to support the U's though. It's the home team. Yeah, Madrid in the Spanish league. Yeah, so it's basically the same as where they are now then. Both Red Bulls looking close. Corey very late breaking into chicane, is wanting to try and get past his teammate of Kramer as he pits for the undercut on Kramer and Briggsy. Same for Nazareth, who's also pitted. That looked to be close, but that's just gone to the medium tyre then, so it's going to be a 2-stop for Nazareth. Let's see what Corey goes on to. He's gone on to the, I can't quite see, although I believe it's the medium tyre. Is it? We'll have to see. Oh, it's the hard. No, it's the hard tyre. So Corey's going to try the 1-stop. So let's see what the better strategy is between those two drivers. Nazareth fallen down to 12th after the stop, but not too bad. And Stayuvento is right on the back of Atmos now, and I'm going to have a Malteser. I don't know what that message was. If any of you saw it, the one that's been retracted. Good luck, boys. It's just finished for Group 3. Oh, it's just finished for Group 3. Fair enough. How was it? Because obviously I don't really see the Group 3 races because I spend, while the Group 3 race is on, I'm trying to set up all this to come over the Group 1 race. So Down the straight we go. Predictive Gaming getting very close. Tiger Val getting even closer to Becco. Just up ahead. As tries to go for a move around the outside, but the room just not there for Tiger Val. Kramer has pitted. Same for Briggsy. Will they come out ahead of Nazareth? Yes. Will that Corey? Has the undercut worked for Corey? It has worked in terms of the Kramer battle, but he couldn't get ahead of Briggsy, but the teammates have swapped positions and Corey is now ahead of Kramer using the power of the undercut, which appears to be quite powerful around here. Not as powerful as something like Silverstone, but still rather powerful. Clean enough, only one safety car in Group 3. Oh really? Oh. Yeah, really good race. We had 2 safety cars, but it was nice and dry, which is what we wanted. Yeah, I think we all want dry races, considering the fact that the wet races not only are a pain to drive, and I love driving a wet race, but commentating over one in this league is terrible. That's a very odd line from Predictive Gaming there. Go McLaren. So we got, I believe that's Marique there supporting the McLarens, currently in the 1-2 position. They both haven't stopped yet though. So we'll get the tyres up for you. Yet none of them have stopped yet, but the bottom half of the grid has stopped. Yep, as you can see, the amount of people who have gone to pit. Takuna has now pitted. And let's see what tyre. He's going to go onto the hard tyre, so he's going to try and pull off the 1 stop. As yellow flag in sector 3, one of the Renaults has spun. So both Renaults having a shocking race today as Rockstar spins at the last corner. I believe it was a spin. I don't think he spun round. Rockstar looks to be going for a 1 stop. Takuna has come out ahead. Sarge, yeah, fortunately miles behind. As what the hell was happening there further back? Let's have a look at that. Nothing. Oh no, it's a battle between Kramer and Briggsy by the looks of it. This is good to see. Clearly the pit stop worked out for Kramer, has kept those two very close, but Briggsy currently is in the trail for DRS on cold steel, so it'll be harder for Kramer to make the move, and Briggsy's probably going to be using the slipstream down the straight towards 130R for his advantage as well. As Naz has just got ahead of Atmos. Atmos going wide at Spoon once again, if I briefly saw that. Let's go further up and see what Tiger Val can do. I don't think we'll see a move here. Into chicane once again. Nothing too much there. Let's look further back. Briggsy again on cold steel quite heavily. Becco has now pitted. That's going to leave Tiger Val to chase after Slayer, who Tiger Val stayed out. Let's see what Kramer could do. I think he's just waiting. Cold steel goes defensive. And past the Ferrari goes the racing point of Briggsy. A very easy move. As into turn 1 we go once again. Kramer's got to put up with the traffic now. As Cold Steel's on older mediums, Kramer's on fresh hards, and Kramer's probably a quicker driver. So what he's thinking now is he's thinking, I need to get past Cold Steel, otherwise it's going to give Briggsy the chance to just pull away. Briggsy has about 3 seconds worth of clear air, while Kramer's putting up with the disturbed or dirty air as they call it of Cold Steel. So he's going to want to try and get past as soon as possible. That's what he's going to be thinking right now. I'll have another Malteser. Like fucking James Mago and another custard cream. Nick Sam with a time penalty there. As Cold Steel look to wobble a bit at the exit of Spoon using that very high curb. Here comes Kramer towards 130R and is passed before 130. Oh, he's spun has a huge impact with the wall, and that's brought out the safety car. And a very unfortunate way to end his Japanese Grand Prix with a massive crash at 130R. That's the one corner track you do not want to take lightly, and this is going to play into Atmos state event. Anyone who hasn't had a pit stop yet is going to really play well into their hands, as the safety car time is effectively cut in half. No, the pit stop time is effectively cut in half when a safety car comes out. Kramer unfortunately left. I don't think we'll need an explanation from him. He just appears to have completely lost the back end, taken too much curb. Car smashed into the wall. Not at the end of his race, unfortunately for him. And back to the Maltesers. So, feel free to talk to me in the chat. I'll be sure to read it more now. You're still here, Pilot, aren't you? Or can I call you by your real name? I'll call you Pilot because I know you say me to not to, or used to. But you're still here, aren't you? Ben's probably still here. 10 viewers watching. That's not too bad. Solid turnout today. It's one of the Renaults that's a safety car. So hard to tell the difference between the Renaults and the safety cars in this game. That's Atmos going on to the hard tyres. Good pit call for him. This will effectively drop him to about 10th place. Yeah, about there. 9th place. No, 9th place. That's a brilliant strategy call from the Ferrari driver. And that's given Corey the lead. So this safety car has really changed up the field. Wait, did I just pit again? Yeah, he's pit again. So he's pit onto another set of mediums. That's gonna... I think that might have compromised his race quite a bit. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna have a look at the Discord, see if much is being said about today's affairs in Group 1. What I might do is I might open up. I'm gonna make instant investigation open now. Right, so that's actually played into Corey's hands a lot. So I've opened up the instant investigation. I think we'll still be under safety car for a bit longer. Counted 2 DNFs in the race then. Both of them quite sizable crashes actually. Corey's just picked it up himself a time penalty. Wonder when the safety car will go in. I don't think it's this lap. We'll say at the bottom left when it is. I'm going to sit here and eat my Maltesers. And no, this isn't an ASMR channel, I'm just hungry. Also Maltesers are nice. So, yeah. Okay, let's look for another lap of safety car then. This should be, or will hopefully be, the last lap. Slowly Gamers decided to pause again, fair enough. Let's have a look at the position change. Tiger Val on a remarkable recovery made up 14 positions. He's come from literally last after being disqualified in qualifying. Recovered to 4th, was brilliant. Slayer up 4 positions. Broly Gaming was over a good recovery, up 9 positions. Rockstar as well, up 5 positions. Considering he had that spin, to make up 5 positions still was pretty good. People watching still. Good to see you all turn out and spend your evening watching, or morning, it might, I don't know where you're watching from. Where I am, it's the evening, so. Oh, I've just dropped the Malteser. I can't be asked to get up and... Oh, bollocks. Oh, I can't even reach it from my chair. I've dropped me sodding Malteser. This is where it all ends, people. This is where it all ends. I've picked it up, and the safety car's in this lap, unsurprisingly. $12 people watching. As stream figures are going up. You never know, it might be the people that dropped the Malteser. I did drop the Malteser, then it's quite... It's tragic news, it's tragic. Another new subscriber. Welcome along, welcome along. Welcome to the club. As we go back underway for the race, let's see what can happen up here. Corey getting a pretty good start, but Slayer in the slipstream. Will he go for the move into the first corner? He tries it. Corey goes wide, and Slayer almost takes the lead of the GP, but that doesn't quite happen. Corey not... We did get a good restart, but the first corner really didn't help. Further back, only a 10th between Lou Flanders and Bro Louie Gaming, both of them on pretty good drive so far. But Nazir is probably the quickest driver in the league. Waiting to pounce, but currently my prediction of a Slayer podium is coming true. Hopefully commentator's curse doesn't strike, as it has before in this series, as Bro Louie Gaming goes down the inside of Louis Fernandez, but can't quite get the traction down at the exit of the corner to keep that position. But that will give, as further back, Nixdown has just overtaken Cold Steel, and I need a shine. As into the back of Louis Fernandez goes Bro Louie Gaming. Don't think there'll be any damage. There's a yellow flag in sector 2, as that Cold Steel has spun round. Let's go further back, up ahead then. Only a 10th separating Louis Fernandez and Bro Louie Gaming, with a brilliant camera angle of the helicopter cameras round the outside. Goes Bro Louie Gaming. Louis Fernandez cuts the corner horrendously and forces Nazareth onto the grass. Did he save it? He looks to have saved it, that's good to see. We go, I believe there was something else going on back here. Yes, there was. Juventino trying his absolute hardest to get past Atmos, but just can't do it, unfortunately. Pro Louis Gaming picked up a time penalty. This is a hard track to overtake on. As Nazareth goes for the move on Louis Ferrandez, it's a really nice move actually. It's just reclaimed 7th place for the Mercedes driver. Is now going to be wanting to try to get past Louis here in the AlphaTauri. And Marcanelli has got ahead of Becco. I think if there's like a VSC or something, I'm going to quickly dash to the loo. It's just really unprofessional. Should have gone before this happened. As Nazareth gets a brilliant move on Pro Louis Gaming. Can he hold it though, coming down the straight? He's starting to pull ahead. Will he be ahead before the end? Not quite. Goes down the inside of 130R. Look how quick the cars go through there. Pro Louis Gaming tries to fight back, but he does that front wing damage, so it's going to be incredibly hard for him to do so. Also, by the way, 64 Pilot is an incredibly famous YouTuber and Twitch streamer. He was in my school's promotional video, so he's incredibly famous. As Marconi tries to go for the move on Rockstar, but it doesn't quite pay off, unfortunately for him. Only half a second now between Nazareth and De Cunha. He's got about just under 10 laps to get past and preferably get on the podium. Corey and Slayer though called the strategy bang on. Didn't expect to see Corey win, but this time, hopefully, I mean, unless if is where he is, what's the penalties looking like? Free says a yellow flag further back. That Nixon having some form of an incident. I believe he was either spun himself round. We'll have to see. But currently, Corey has a 3-second penalty, and Slayer's half a second behind. So currently, Slayer's in the lead. And if he doesn't muck anything up, and if he can keep that going, he doesn't give himself a penalty, he's effectively won his first race since Spain, I believe. But further back, Nazareth looks, yeah, he's going past the McLaren of De Cunha into turn 1, and he has passed and up into 5th place. Look further back, Marcanelli. This whole group of 4 still quite close. Atmos in the points. Ben's probably quite happy now. Atmos being in the points is always a good thing to see. His Nixon has retired. He's pulled into the pit lane and he's called it quits today. That's an unfortunate thing to see. He was on a decent race, but things just weren't going his way. And he's unfortunately pulled into the pits and retired. Yes. Oh, I just Ben says yes. As further up ahead, only 3 tenths between Nazareth and Tiger Val. Into Spoon we go. Oh, a bit of track limit concern from Nazareth. Surprisingly, Nazareth plays on pad with no traction control, which props to him, to be fair. Anyway, let's pop back on both, get back to the task at hand. And Slayer's dropped about a few tenths now to 1.2 seconds behind Corey. He's going to want to push a bit more. Okay, Corey's started to push. Just set the fastest lap. Onto the pit straight we go. Time well. Goes onto the grass. And that's going to give him Nazareth 4th. Further back, only attempt separating Juventino and Atmos. Juventino finally gets past Atmos, but goes wide at turn 2. Atmos tries to come back, nothing quite works there. Right, gaps are looking pretty decent. Right, I'm going to have to go to the loo, I'm so sorry. but just give me a minute or two. If anything does happen and there's no commentary, it's because I'm in the loo, and I'll put it in the highlights and put my improvise over. Even though it's only a temp, as I'm quite close between Rockstar and Marcani there. Anyway, we're back in a few minutes. Oh, and actually, no, maybe not, as Marcani gets past Rockstar for the hairpin, as Nick's hand is left, unsurprisingly. As down the inside goes Sarge on Rockstar. As you run the outside, maybe it's now past. Alright, let's go to Nazareth. I'll be back in a minute. Down inside goes Nazareth on Briggsy. Only just caught that. That is a surprise. They can finally get back to the task at hand, as further up ahead Marcanley has just got past Atmos and has now picked up a points paying position, but Atmos started contact with Marcanley and forces him wide, and he's just conceded 12th as well, unfortunately. Atmos is now outside the points, which is a shame to see. There's also up ahead, so it looks to be a battle here between Briggsy and Nazareth, as Briggsy nearly spins. Right, can Nazareth get past? Oh, bloody hell, Briggsy tries to go around the outside of turn 1. Couldn't quite put it off. Nazareth leaves enough room and some good respect from the driver there. And now begins the chase to Slayer. Ventino on a charge. Becco's just set the new fastest lap, 1:29.2 on the soft tyre. This score's apparently popping off. Let's go to Ventino. Well, it took him a while to pass Atmos. Oh, that's poor. Oh, that's very wide from Broly Gaming there. Sorry, I was reading something. Down the pit straight we go. Stands half a second as Maury's left the Discord server as well now, so another one to report to other leagues. So his loss, and back to the racing we focus on. About 4 laps left. And let's see, 2.2, 2.3 the gap between Slayer and Corey. Slayer really needs to start pushing if he wants to inherit the win. And we're going to make the gap to the leader, 3.5. Nazareth only needs 5 attempts to get ahead of Corey. 5 attempts shouldn't be too hard to gain for him. As yellow flag in sector 2, there has been a spin for Becco, who has spun at the hairpin and into the wall. Further ahead. Gab's not doing anything too special. Except here, Tiger Val getting increasingly... Right, they are the crowd, shut up. I hate the crowd sometimes. There we go. Right, now it's fixed. Less than a second. It's fucking crowd again, I swear, man. Blow them all up. Oh, time. It's only half a second now, the gap. Gap to leader, 3.4. He needs to bring it down a bit more. He needs 3 attempts. And Slayer needs to pick it up a bit. But Nazareth is gonna want the win, a proper win this time, one that's actually been on track. Here he comes. He's trying for it. Look further back. Nothing too much looks to be happening here. As Maury's left the session now as well. And the server. Down the pit straight we go. Will we see the move for Nazareth into turn 1? Slayer goes defensive. Right, let's have a look at the gap to leader again. 3.5. He needs to get past Slayer. And Slayer knows he needs to push, but Jesus, look how close they are. These two constantly on a battle. It's into the back of Slayer goes Nazareth. That's not gonna help the situation. At this rate, Nazareth's gonna need to find a second in a lap or two if he doesn't get past soon. As Slayer kicks the grass. 4 seconds now. Corey's going to be breathing a bit now. He's going to be breathing a bit more calmly. Come on, Nazareth. You can do it, mate. Come on. Don't get me wrong, I'd love to see Corey win after last week, but it'll be good to see these two get up there as well. Through chicane we go. Right. So hopefully he'll get past, and after this it's just 2 laps as he goes to the outside of turn 1. Oh, not quite for Nazareth. That's going to be a massive pain as contact again between the two. But this is going to give more chance for Corey to pull away. Nazareth is off into the wall. We've just conceded 3rd, 4th, and maybe might even be 5th, 6th as well now. He's on the gravel again. The race has gone from really good to absolutely shocking in a matter of a corner. Yep, this race is in the bin now for Nazareth, and this is effectively giving Corey the win. That's a really unfortunate end. This is going to give Slayer a good chance to extend his championship lead. As let's look further back. Look at the scrap going on here between these drivers. Louis Gaming goes down the inside of Atmos, which then turns to the outside. Atmos defending well. It's onto the pit straight. We go Stay Ventino also getting involved now in the background as well. Look at the scrap going on here. What is it with the last lap in Suzuka? It's brilliant on this league. Look further back as Stay Ventino going very ambitious with Atmos is going to want to defend these points with his life. And he's trying to do so. It's only 1 point. But at the end of the day, it's still points. And another yellow flag further back. What's happened here? Okay, much better. Ferrari's had an accident, and that's Cold Steel spinning at Spoon. It's further ahead, and look how close it is between these drivers now. Sarge, look, it's going to probably want to go. He goes to the outside of Nazareth. It should be an easy move now that Nazareth has damage. Cold Steel picks up a penalty. Still side by side though. Yet Nazareth was unsurprisingly backed out of that one. So Amos also now passed Briggsy as well, but it didn't look to have been too clean. There's a yellow flag further up ahead. Briggsy has had some sort of accident at the second to last corner, and he's fallen outside of the podium, unfortunately. He's fallen from 3rd to 5th in one corner, and that's going to give us a double McLaren podium to Cunha, surprisingly on the podium, and Slayer claiming 2nd. Your race winner is Corey this time. No ifs or buts, no penalties, but Corey is your race winner today in the Red Bull. A good I mean, we could call it a back-to-back win, but last week wasn't technically a win after all. So further back, Briggsy, but a very unfortunate end for Briggsy, losing that podium on the last lap. I'm not sure what happened with him. I'll have to go and ask. Atmos came in a very respectable 8th. Nazareth unfortunately falling down to 9th. Such a shame. After a really good race. Mark Canely finishing 10th, rounding off the points, and the rest of the grid hours followed. Louis Gaming, Stay Ventino, Rockstar, Becco, and Cold Steel rounding off the finishes. Your DNS for the race are Nixan, Kramer, and Maury. I remembered that off the top of my head. I'm a genius. Anyway. We'll watch through the podium celebrations, then we'll end today's stream. Thank you all one and all for coming to watch once again. It's been a really good, one of the best races we've had in a long time. But there's your race winner Corey with a terrible podium celebration. I hope they remove him next game, but they probably won't. Anyway, double McLaren podium is always good to see, even if the overalls they wear are fucking horrible. But there's your podium for the race. Should have been Briggsy up there, but he unfortunately threw it away right at the very end. And there's your finishing order. I've already read it out, so not much to change here. But an all Brit podium then, which is interesting to see. I thought Tiger Val had 3rd. He crossed the line in 3rd, I believe. Yeah, Tiger Val crossed the line in 3rd, but must have had a penalty. But there's your finishing order. What a race. Brilliant race. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I will see you all next Sunday for the American Grand Prix.